Alright guys, welcome back. Trickster here, and we are still playing Lucid9. This game must have an end somewhere. This game must have an ending. I believe there must be an ending. My pace is lighter than I would when I first arrived. Unfortunately, my thoughts sober as I approached the courtyard. Why didn't Rui contact me earlier? Where has Yahiko been? Or Masato? I guess they have their own lives. Rui's in drama club, Yahiko has his happy club, and Masato, well, we're not exactly on talking terms. Besides, it's not like they're obligated to babysit me every day, logically speaking. Ruby is leaning against three humongous suitcases by the nearest bench, biting her lip furtively as she twines her fingers in her skirt. Oh, good, you came. I see how it is. You only call when it's convenient for you. The bitterness in my tone is only half joking. Ruby doesn't seem to notice this. Hey, you're the one who hasn't joined any clubs. I curb my tongue at this comment. No matter how much I'd like to snap back, she's right. It's my own fault. So what's this all about? I'm going back home for a while. What? Where'd this come from? Although, judging from Akira's word earlier, I think I know why. I mean, I still come to school every day and everything. I just, a little commute. I noticed that she's blatantly dodges the question. It's a 1-hour commute to the other side of town. Well, on the bright side, it's less time with you. Ha ha ha. It is less time with me, Masato, Yahiko, with anyone. She feels painfully distant. Really though, it'll be nice to spend some time with my parents. You might want to consider doing the same. My house is 3 hours away, Rui, in a, I don't know, entirely different city. You haven't called in a while, have you? Only shrug. I don't hate my parents. In fact, if anything, it's the opposite. I'd hate to cause any more trouble than I already have. Better leave them in peace and quiet. Well, we should go. If I miss my train, I'm stranded here. For a wild, reckless moment, I seized the impulse to make her stay. Not that I'd actually do it. Let me guess, you need me to carry the luggage. Well, isn't that what friends are for? What kind of friends do you have? She playfully bumps my shoulder, but it feels foreign, stilted. Really nice ones that'll help an innocent maiden with her luggage, right? I grab 2 of the suitcases and pull them by their handles. They drag against me, protesting with weight. What do you have in here, bricks? Your brain. Aw, it's so big! You mean it's so dense? I chuckle at this. Rui smiles shyly, pulling the remaining suitcase alongside me. Thanks, Yama. We head to this main station in silence, staring everywhere but at each other. It's not until we've settled at the bus stop when I finally find myself with words. I restlessly tap my fingers against the worn metal zipper of her case, searching for my thoughts. Why do you call me instead of Masato? He's the guy you'd want for this. I don't think so. Anyway, Masato must be busy with track and honor society, and yeah. He shouldn't have time to notice little things like this. Her answers are cultivate more confusion. In a way, you're moving back home. This isn't exactly little. Well, still, it's distracting and weird and honestly unattractive. Am I speaking to the same language as anyone in this school? Of all people, I would have thought that I could at least understand Rui. I'd grown up with her. I knew her. Heck, in some ways, I knew her better than I knew myself. Can she change that much in just 2 days? Look, Masato's your friend, and you're moving. That's all there is to it, right? Clearly, I'm getting nowhere with this. Where's Yahiko? Rui relaxes slowly at this abrupt change in topic. Busy. How busy? Who knows, probably just wanted to skip out on helping or something. I wanted to inquire further, or at the very least tell her about the exchange between him and Haru. But we arrived at the subway station just then, cutting our conversation short. The platform is hauntingly empty. The orderly benches are completely free of cigarettes, gum, or scraps of paper. It's as if they've never been sat on. Furthermore, the only person inside is the attendant at the ticket booth, and he's currently snoring. In a way, it makes sense. Not only is this a minor station, but Isamu is known for its strength and security and prosperity. Why would anyone want to leave that? No, it's still strange. The platform had some pretty decent traffic when we were heading to District 8 on the other day, but now it's completely empty. Even if this is the quiet spill before a rush hour, is it really reasonable? Come to think of it, how is the city reacting to the disappearances? I live in a bubble where the only reactions I see are ones of fellow students. I have no clue what the common office worker is thinking, or the common housewife, or the common fast food worker. Is the city afraid, or am I just looking too much into this? Ruby quietly tugs at my sleeve, clutching her pre-bought tickets in her hand. This place gives me the creeps. Didn't you go home yesterday night? Oh gosh, don't remind me. I swear there was a zombie hiding in the corner. Boo! Eek! I burst into laughter as she leaps away, flailing her arms wildly in my direction. Yama! Well, see any zombies? I wish Miki were here. She could return the favor with, oh, I don't know, a little scare. Scare? Say an innocent little bug. Don't you dare! Or maybe a big, hairy spider with huge eyes and pinchers that click together as it... Come here! I lurch towards her. She darts further down the platform, giggling lightly. I bolt towards her, but a sudden shadow darts across the edge of my vision. Get away from me! What? I stop short. Ruiz also grinds to a halt. Two academy students are sprinting across the platform on opposite sides of the track, weaving between columns and jumping over benches on their haste to what? At first I think they're just having a casual race, but when the second student crashes into a trash can and plants into the ground, the first doesn't seem to spare him a glance. It's it's Yahiko. She gestures to the student who just took a nasty fall. Look again, stomach dropping as I recognize the familiar head of blonde hair. Yahiko? What's Yahiko doing here? He's struggling to pull himself to his feet, clutching at his ribs. His face is twisted in a way that I've never seen before. Harsh angles and contorted lines that make him look like he's a completely different person. The other boy, who's currently halfway down the platform, is bony and pale with brown hair that hangs over his eyes. It's Soji. Soji and Yahiko. What are they doing here? Isn't Soji supposed to be missing? If of course, the words of Aries bullies can be trusted. Why are they running? I said get away! Soji, don't be like this! I hear the faint blare of incoming train. Soji staggers close to the tracks, a wild look in his eyes. I know what you're trying to do. I know who you are. You're too close, Soji. Really bolts forward, but I catch the glint of the train and snag the collar of her jacket. Don't. You'll just hurt yourself. The words slip from my throat, cool, slimy, like a serpent. But... Yahiko suddenly throws himself at Soji, tackling him closer to the train. Rui tenses, but doesn't move. Get off! No, you're not in your right mind, Soji. Soji stalks him straight in the jaw. Yahiko flinches backward, but keeps his grip secure as he drags himself to his feet. The train blares its incoming approach. What is he doing? Soji wrinkles in his grasp, snapping his feet at Yahiko's knees, but Yahiko refuses to buckle. He stumbles closer to the track, ignoring Soji's fingertips prying at his hands. The train surges closer as they pass over the caution line. Stop fighting me! Let go! Rui clutches my arm, staring pleadingly at me. We need to help. We can't. What? No, we need to call the police, hospital, someone. It's too late. Light flares in the tunnel, and the train barrels closer. Rui slumps against my chest, eyes blank. Soji braces his face against the ground as Yahiko staggers to the edge. They're screaming now. Half of the words are indistinguishable, drowned by the roaring horn. Killed. Just stood, watched. Not fault. Disgusting. Liar. Finally, Yahiko wrenches in his arm. Soji teeters towards the edge, limbs thrown back. The train thunders forward. I absently cover Rui's eyes with my hand, my gaze transfixed as he... Oh, shit! Falls right beneath the nose of the train. It steamrolls over him, blood spraying over its front. I barely catch a glimpse of Yahiko's face, transfixed with twisted horror before the train pulls to a stop between us. What happened? Yama, what? My head begins to spin as red pulses before my eyes. Oh no, no. Yama, listen to me. You're okay. You're fine. You'll be fine. I stumble backwards, my hands groping for a wall, a bench, anything. My stomach reads with nausea. We're in Isamiya, Yama. We're in the train station. You can breathe. You're okay. The smell of iron and smoke pummels my nostrils. My vision twists into metronome. Rin fades out of sight, her words blurry in my ears. Fine, don't. Okay. Here. I fall away from reality. The screams of passerby Passers-by ringing in my ears. Here, I'll give you a shot. Eep, I hate shots. It's okay, this one won't hurt. Are you sure? Well, not too much. Circle, circle, dot, dot, and now you got the cootie shot. So I won't die? Yeah, that's what the shots do, right? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, sis. Whoa, what's happening? What was that? Hey, what's going on? Mind where you're driving. I can't help it. What's going on? Good heavens, what is out there? Ice, lots of it. Sweepers must have been delayed. Well, pull over, stop, do something. Just sit tight and be quiet. I need to concentrate. Mizu, I don't like this bus. We'll be fine, don't worry. Damn it! No! Oh, shit. Wah! Yama! Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, shit. Mizu? It's okay. Get off, sis. I can't breathe. Mizu, get, oof. Why aren't you moving? Please, sis. Officer, a kid, alive. Back. How? Air pocket, looks like glass. Quick, get. Did it. Get him, too. And the girl? Didn't. Instantaneous. Sir, civilians, escort away. Get back. You. Oh, God. Oh, no, no. Hana. Ryoshi, where's... Please. Car accident. My eyes should open and I clutch my chest. Coughing violently, a hand immediately grabs my shoulder and I feel something cold and solid at my lips. A glass. Water. I guzzle it violently, throat burning as it slips into my stomach. My vision finally begins to clear. I'm bolted in a large comforter, reclined against my sofa. Rui is kneeling in front of me, her expression ridden with concern. She hesitantly brushes her fingertips against my forehead. I feel like ice. You're burning up. She hurries back to the kitchen. I hear the comforting gurgle of my faucet. The warm scent of chicken broth drifts through the air. What happened? The word escapes from my throat in a croaky groan. Rui quickly returns and slips the newly refilled glass into my hand. I sip at it, slower this time. You were in shock. You lapsed twice as we came to your apartment. Thankfully, you didn't faint until we got here. I meant Yahiko, Soji. She freezes, her expression flickering in pain. I didn't see. Everyone rushed out of the train to see what happened. There were police, ambulances, reporters. It was a mess. I narrowed my eyes at her. Her hands were clasped tightly, shaking in her lap. Nervousness, definitely. From trauma? Not quite. Are you hiding something from me, Rui? They arrested Yahiko. What? He's currently being detained at the station. How long have I been out? My chest suddenly seizes, pushing me into a coughing fit. Rui disappears into the kitchen and comes back with a bowl of steaming chicken noodle soup. Eat this. I work to spoon the food in my mouth, but my hands are shaking uncontrollably. Rapid thoughts, one after the other, are pounding at my head. Did Yahiko just kill someone? Did Soji just die before my eyes? Oh, let me. She takes the bowl from my crisp, holding the spoon before my lips. Feeding me? Really? I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Let you starve? She quickly jams the spoon in my mouth. The warm, savory liquid soothes my throat. I instinctively hum in approval. It's good. Well, duh. A thought dawns on me as I take another spoonful of soup. What happened to your luggage? Luggage? You were going back home. Oh well, plans change. That doesn't tend to happen when you see someone die. Does Masato know? I don't know. You haven't told him? Well, where's he been? Has he contacted you? No, he hasn't, okay, and he won't. Her hands grip the bowl and broth, her shoulders slumping. For the first time, I notice how tired she looks. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. No, it's okay. But what's been happening to all of us? How are you feeling? Fine. I see that the bloodshot veins in her eyes and the deep shadows to her skin, and how there's no life to her smile. Liar. Come here. I take the bowl from her and place it in the ground, and slide an arm around her shoulder, rubbing it gently. She seems to collapse inward, hiding her face in her hands. Why? Why is this happening? It's okay. I don't understand. First it was Masato, then Akira, then Yahiko. Everyone's leaving. Leaving? Don't worry. I won't leave. She relaxes at my words and wipes her sleeve across her face. Well, it's not like anyone else would put up with you, right? Right. Her mood seems to lighten, but her brow flickers in concern. You saw Mizu, didn't you? I nod silently, trying to swallow past the lump in my throat. Yeah. And? It's okay, it wasn't the first time. I try to pass off this as a joke, but Rui grows deathly still. What? Maybe this wasn't a good idea. What was I supposed to say? I nearly drowned yesterday? Never mind. Yeah, want to tell me what happened now. Her eyes pierce through me, and her mouth is set in a hard frown. Looks like I should just come clean. I almost drowned yesterday. You know, the Rainbow River? Soji was drowning. I thought I could save him. But that river. I know. It was the very first reason why my family moved away from Isamu. Because of what happened in that river. The river that miles further upstream bordered a certain elementary school. I'd been born and raised in Isamu, and I had a sibling, but after the accident in the river, a frightening bus crash that resulted in around 30 casualties. Well, we didn't stick around. So we moved. Nice town, 3 hours away, a quiet place called Seto, where we were supposed to start over. A town where I met Rui and Saki. But then, when Rui's parents found jobs in the prosperous metropolis of Isamu, they couldn't hesitate to take them, not when they were still working through the aftermath of the recession. So Rui came to Isamu, and I came with her, back to the cursed city and its cursed river. You know how dangerous that river can be. Why would you even, you can't even swim. Yeah, well, there's a reason it turned out the way it did. And when were you going to tell me this? Yet her voice alerts me to how distressed she is. Is it really such a big deal? You could have died. Well, I didn't. That's not the problem, Yama. You don't tell me anything. Her sudden outburst stuns me into silence. She grips my shoulders, fingers curling through the comforter, digging into my arm. You always hide things. I never know what's going on. Don't you trust me? Why? Why? Her voice is shaking. I want to speak past the numbness on my tongue. I don't hide anything from. Then what about Suguri? What about the investigation? What about the serial murders? What about... She grips my shirt, tears dripping onto my comforter. You haven't told me anything. That you've been staying up late. That these things keep happening to you. I don't know what you've been doing after school. I don't even see you around. I blurted out the only thing in my mind. How did you even know about the investigation? Is that what's important right now? You're investigating serial killings, Yama, and you don't have training in anything. You're just a kid, and you don't do that. Can't do that. Can't do what? Can't do everything? Can't do anything? Has there ever been something that I could do? Not a good student, not a good son, not a good investigator. Tell me, Rui, is there anything that I am good at? You know, being an average student is just fine if it keeps you alive. I can't live like that. If you keep this up, you're not going to live at all. Don't you get it? I'm fine with that. What are you even saying? I'm sick of being useless. My anger is burning in my mouth. I'm spewing whatever comes to my head. Why have you stuck around me, huh? Why have you stuck with such an incompetent excuse of a human being if you don't get anything from it? The only thing you're incompetent at is telling me what's important when important stuff happens in your life. Like, oh, I don't know, the fact that you almost drowned yesterday? Am I really even a friend to you? What kind of friend? What is a friend? Someone who makes you feel nice and cozy? Is that what you were with me? Sticking around someone knowing you better than at everything? Probably makes you feel really good about yourself. Shut up. You don't even know what's been happening. You don't even care. You don't even ask. You just sit back and do nothing. Do nothing. I no longer see the need to expend resources on a worthless assistant. Why don't you try anything? You're the genius. Figure it out. Rage floods to the tip of my fingers. I can feel venom slicking over my tongue. I do nothing. I sit around in my apartment and twiddle my thumbs all day. Yep, that's me. That's Yama Ishimoto. What a kid. What a stupid, arrogant kid. Do nothing while his older sister would have had so much potential. Yama. You know what she wanted to be? A defense attorney. At 9 years old, she didn't even know what it was. She just asked her parents what the best job to protect people was, and they said a lawyer. So she had her heart set on being a lawyer. Meanwhile, what did Yama want to be? A good old Yama Ishima wanted to be a, well, what for it? A tree. Yes, I kid you not, a tree. The kind with leaves and a trunk and all that crap. Why? Because trees were tall and green, and he thought that both those attributes were pretty cool at the time. Stupid, isn't it? You know what would have been better? If Yama died and Mizu lived. I would have liked that. Wouldn't you have liked that? Don't blame yourself for that, Yama. It wasn't your fault she died. It was the blizzard, the bus driver, the sweepers. You shouldn't have been on the bus in the first place. I'd like to think that. I really would, and maybe for a while I did. I clenched the hands until my nails were digging grooves in the base of my palm. But you know what? Someone kept bringing it up. Well, what? You could have left me alone. You could have let me forget, but you didn't let me. Why? Why you keep nagging me? Why are you insistent on sticking around me every day, every hour, every minute? What? I can't do anything on my own now. It always needs to be with you. Tears fill her eyes and spill onto her cheeks. My eyes and throat are burning. My tongue feels like some fire, but I can't stop. I was fine. Life was fine, and then you came. You made me think of her. Do you like it when I suffer? Do you like seeing me in pain? Well, congratulations, because you did an excellent job. My head swivels harshly to the side, cheeks smarting from the impact of Rui's palm. She stares angrily at me, tears dripping from her chin onto the carpet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for caring for you. I'm sorry for sticking up for you. I'm sorry for spending time with you. I'm sorry for being such a terrible burden. And I'm sorry for myself for putting up with such an arrogant, thankless person all these years. Her every word just stalks me straight in the gut, even though she speaks quietly. Thanks for being honest with me. I didn't realize I was such a horrible person. Horrible for worrying about you. Horrible for being upset when you could have died yesterday and wouldn't have known it all. But by all means, keep telling me. It's not like I know my own faults or anything. She storms to the front door, slinging her backpack over her shoulder. Goodbye, Ishimoto. She slams the door behind her, leaving me in frigid silence. Anger burns from my stomach to the tip of my fingers. I'm seized by a wild urge to grab something, anything, and smash it to the ground. But anything I look at, I can't bring myself to break. I glance out the window. Rui's already heading out the gate. I toss on a light jacket and tear down the stairs, grinding to a halt at the gate and making a sharp turn to the opposite gate. The only way to expel this is to walk. A nice, long, preferably death-inducing walk. Whoa. I break into a run as the cold air hits my face. I was fine. I was perfectly fine. Rui is the one who freaked out. She's always been that way. Always nagging me. Always giving me a hard time. She felt excluded? Who was the person who went home yesterday? Who was the person who never talked to me? Who was the person who made me run around and instantly for worse, thinking that she'd been brutally murdered? I just can't take any of it. I close my eyes and pick up my speed, feeling the wind blister my face. My lungs plead for air. My heart is throbbing painfully against my chest, but I don't bother stopping. Here we go, District 6. I'm gonna save here. Something horrible is about to happen, I just know it. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye!